Appreciate you all making the trip. To cover our football team means a lot. Like I told our team in there, I mean, some nights you just get your butt kicked, and we got our butt kicked. You got to give credit where credit's due. They dominated all three phases, and I thought won the line of scrimmage. I'm really proud of our players' fight and their effort and their never quit mentality. But when you're 1-11 on third down, that was the main thing going into the game. We're going to have to sustain drives. They make it very difficult to do that. When you look at their statistics, I mean, we're doing what everybody else has done against them, unfortunately. And they put you in a corner, and they mix up so many different coverages and fronts. And after that first drive, I thought we had them in their base defense and their base coverages, and we had a really good beat on them. And then we came back off and they changed it. And it's really good coaching. And we just couldn't create any separation on the outside. We didn't protect very well, and we couldn't run the football. On the defensive side, I mean, we got dominated on the line of scrimmage. They're really big, really powerful, and then they force you to put more people in the box, and they throw it over your top with 2 first-round draft picks. I mean, you're picking your poison, and I said that leading into the game. They know how people are going to defend them, and the minute you pick something, they go ahead and take what you're giving them. And they got the playmakers to do it. And I thought their quarterback played really well, threw the ball really well. The receivers caught the ball really well. They created separation. We couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback. And if you do that, you're exposed on the outside. And unfortunately, that's where the game went. So I'm proud of our players' fight. We didn't turn the ball over, which is a really positive for us. We knew we were going to have to do that, but we said we're going to have to get multiple takeaways on defense. We didn't get any takeaways on defense. We have a really good football team, though. We really do. And sometimes you get in a fight and you get your butt kicked. And we got our butt kicked. So you got to be able to swallow that pill. And it's all of us, me included. As a team, you get your butt kicked. And we're only going to get better from it. It's like sharpening a sword on iron. And you got to make that thing sharper. And we have to be sharper. And that's a really good football team. That's what I told them. I said, we played a really good football team. And we've got to learn from this. We've got to grow, and we've got to move on. So congratulations to Ohio State. You got to give them a lot of credit. This isn't like I'm not sitting in here saying, hey, we screwed it up. I mean, you got your butt kicked. And they came out, and they dominated the line of scrimmage and made the plays when they presented themselves. So they executed at a very high level. I mean, they had 474 yards of offense. We had 162. We were 1-11 on third down. They were 7 of 10. I think that tells the story. So with that, not sure if you have any questions after that. I just told you everything. I don't know if I have anything else. We want to talk about soccer? It is football. Yeah, I mean, we're just looking for the best 5. We're looking for the right combination. We knew that we were going to have to adjust some things based on what their defense presented, and we did that. And I know that kind of surprised some people. Didn't tell you that. But I feel like we're on to something. And again, I say that after we just got dominated at the line of scrimmage. But we have to find we're on to the right 5, and then in what order we need them at. And because in the first 4 games, we had to respond to that, and I thought we did a good job of doing that. And I think it might take a game or 2, but I feel really good about where we're at there. They were just better than us tonight. Had a great week of practice. He was. It's not necessarily a snap count; it's a workload number, and from the start of the game till whenever the trainers pull him, it's a medical staff decision. We knew that going into the game. He did practice. He did practice on a workload, but we did know he was going to play. We just didn't know how much, and that was all done by the trainers and our medical team. And I thought they did a really good job of managing him. And no matter how the game went, that's how it was going to go. And let's say it was 3-3 in the middle of the second quarter, might have played him less so we could extend that workload. But being down the way we were down, we needed to have our best players on the field. So, but he felt really good, which is a great sign, and was able to get some playing time in the game type experience coming off of that injury. So I feel good about him going into the next game. That's for sure.
How important was it for Drake to go against a team like this and see what he could do?
I think it was important for our whole team, Randy. That's one of the best defenses I've ever seen in 13 years. And I mean that because I never met Coach Patricia. I got a chance to see him after the game, but it's not just the players and the depth. That's exceptional. I mean, that's off the charts. That's some of the best I've seen. But it's the schematic pieces that make it so complex, where every single play is a different front structure, blitz structure, coverage structure. Now in the second half, they went more to, one rat. And they could do that. We weren't able to create any separation, and they could stop the run. So, I mean, but it was that was pretty dominating, that's for sure. They got really good players. They got a really good scheme. They complement each other very well, and they put you in that phone booth. I mean, we knew that's why I went for it on fourth down. It was 14-3 at the time. I mean, it's 4th and 1, guys. I can punt it, but would you rather have a 90-yard touchdown or a chance to get a first down? I think they showed that the rest of the game. So, I mean, I knew that prior to maybe that happening. We're the ones studying the film for 67 hours, 70 hours a week. So I knew that was going to be something we had to aggressively go do. And 14-3, I mean, it's a huge call in the game, but it's the right call because we punt it. I mean, they didn't turn the ball over all game. They might go 90, and they showed that they could do that in 5-6 plays anyway. So I had to give something to our football team. It wasn't like 4th and 4. It was 4th and 1. And we're going to learn from it, get better, and got to be able to get that.
We were talking to Coy last couple of minutes on the field.
Yeah.
Is that kind of just looking forward, thinking about what to do next, how to
Yeah, we get paid to win, but I do the job to teach. And those are great teaching moments. They're not fun, but they're teaching moments. You're talking about, you're having, I'll keep our conversations between me and the player. I did it with a bunch of players. I did it with 5 or 6 players because you want them to know where the head coach's head is. Where's my mind? How do I want them to respond as players, and what are they going to have to look for? Gratitude and empathy is what connects a locker room. Okay, well, let's make sure that we're really grateful, and we have a lot of empathy, and I think our team definitely has that. They're a really close-knit team. So it was just conversations about leadership and how to respond to this and moving forward. Absolutely. Yeah, it wasn't about the game. It was more about moving forward from here and the demands of the leadership moving forward. It's critical. It's critical for any team, and you need to be able to respond to the things that when you do get beat up in a fight, I mean, you got to respond to it. And I know our guys will. We got a really good football team, and we really do. That just happened to be an exceptional football team tonight.
What were the conversations like between you and Danny on the headset about the pass defense issues?
I'm not sure if it's necessarily pass defense issues rather than just they have really good players, then they force you into doing something that makes you one-dimensional. I mean, pick your poison. You'd be sitting here asking me the same question of why we gave up 9 yards or carry. I mean, it is what it is, and you're going back and forth. And when you're getting pressure on the quarterback, you can get some sacks in that situation. It would help. We just weren't able to get any pressure on the quarterback. So it's top down, right? So it works all 11 guys working cohesively. It's not just pass defense or pass coverage or the corners or the safeties. We didn't get any pressure on the quarterback, which allowed those guys to run down the field, which allowed the quarterback to throw the ball unpressured, 50, 60 yards down the field to 2 first-round draft picks. I mean, if you could throw the ball 60 yards, you could probably do that with nobody pressuring you. And that's why it's all 11 working together. And again, I mean, it didn't matter what we called; they executed against every single call we made. So whether it was against a run or whether it was against a pass, so you got to give them credit too. This isn't like I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, like I said, we screwed it up," and they were better than us.
1 or 2 more for Coach?
PJ, from a 30,000-foot view,
Yeah.
resources perspective, what's the challenge of competing against the Ohio State?
We're 0-1, Andy. I mean, it's a great question. I think it's a question for another day, but I think it's one that when you look at college football, it's definitely changing. That is a really good roster, and that's a really good football team, and you need to credit them for doing what they do and how they've adapted to college football their way. I think every team adapts their own way, and we just weren't good enough tonight. Simple. 1 game, 0-1, and they got us tonight. That's for sure. So we'll respond to it.
Final one for Coach, or is everyone else set? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody. Row the boat, Sky, Go Gophers. Thank you. Thanks for making the trip.